Well, hi everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Tuesday morning. It is a Tuesday morning, February 25th, as we check things out here this morning. A red flag warning will be in place later on today, starting at noon, continuing until 7 o'clock this evening across parts of north central and northwest Nebraska. This does include Chapel to Ogallala to North Platte to Oconto and Ansley, northward all the way to the South Dakota border, Burwell, Bartlett, also included other communities, Spencer, O'Neill, Bassett, Ainsworth, Valentine, Thedford, Mullen, and then back to the west, Oshkosh and Gordon also included in that red flag advisory, or red flag warning, I should say, which is also known as a fire weather warning. There was at least one wildfire yesterday in Custer County that ignited in the afternoon hours that firefighters were fighting, did burn a lot of land out there. And so this is more of a concern today, and I'll explain why in just a little bit here as we look at Futurecast. Now, today we are starting off a little colder this morning, as most of us had a cold front come through. It's now down to our south, actually. But attached to that is the next warm front that's already in the process of pushing eastward today. And so we are going to see winds pick up out of the southwest here. We'll take you to the early afternoon there, about 1:45 in the afternoon. Southwesterly winds up around 10 to 20 miles per hour, some gusts maybe 25 or so miles per hour, a few passing clouds. But I do want to point out the cold front here to the northwest that's going to be moving in later today. Look at the wind change here as the winds become west and northwesterly, and they're stronger here. This is also pumping in drier air behind the cold front. It's not exactly going to get colder right behind the front. So with warm, dry air, stronger winds, most of the snow is melted, so the fuels are starting to dry out on the ground as well. That fire weather will be back. That fire weather threat will be back again today. And there's not much of a chance of rain. Sprinkles, very light rain possible just behind this front. So again, these were the areas under a red flag warning for this afternoon. And that's one of the main reasons why. Again, low relative humidity, warm, dry conditions, dry fuels, strong winds out there. Heading into this evening, we will see a slight chance of some light rain near and behind that front. Most of you are going to be lucky if you pick up a couple of hundredths of an inch of moisture. I do not expect a lot of moisture out of this. Maybe it's intense enough to maybe bring a little bit of a flash of lightning here and there. But by midnight, most of it's gone. A few clouds still lingering, but will clear out after midnight. And by tomorrow morning, most of us are waking up to lots of sunshine just after 7 a.m. Winds a little lighter. We will be a little cooler, or we will start to see some cooler air come in. It's actually going to be decent temperature-wise tomorrow morning. But as we head through the day tomorrow, temperature's not quite as warm with that cooler air mass coming in, but still above average. And we will see strong winds again tomorrow. Northwesterly winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour. So there will be some blustery winds. The one thing that may prevent the fire threat from being overly high tomorrow, with temperatures coming down closer to the dew point, relative humidity should be a little higher tomorrow. And so hopefully maybe that will prevent the wildfire threat from being as high. So as of right now, no red flag warnings in place. We'll keep an eye on that here. In fact, I'll just do a real quick check here just to make sure, because I didn't even honestly check to see if there are any fire weather watches out for tomorrow here. So I'm going to bring up that graphic real quick. My camera is going to disappear here. Disappear for a second while I just take a look at that graphic here. Yeah, no fire weather watches out for tomorrow at this point here. So I'm hoping that fire threat isn't too high for tomorrow. Now, we jumping ahead a bit as we look towards Friday. The winds will be breezy. It's going to be very warm again. That fire weather threat may come up again towards Friday, the end of the week here. Well, highs later today pushing mid to upper 60s and low to mid 70s. Should be a gorgeous afternoon, but again, a little on the breezy side, but way above average. We're talking a solid 25 degrees above average. Probably not going to be reaching record highs in the Tri-Cities. Now, I will mention, though, that North Platte, your record today is 76 degrees. Close. We'll see how close we get here, especially if we exceed expectations. Tonight, behind that cold front, we'll drop back into the 30s, maybe still some 40s here in the southeastern part of the area, some 20s as you go towards the west as the cooler air comes behind that front. And tomorrow will be a cooler day, but still above average, highs into the mid and upper 50s for most of us. The winds will be a little strong, so maybe that makes it feel a little colder out there. Tomorrow night, not too bad, mid to upper 20s, low to mid 30s, pretty comparable to this morning, if not slightly warmer than this morning. And then temperature starting to come back up. Now Thursday, lots of sunshine, not as much wind. Thursday doesn't look terribly breezy. We'll see high temperatures, upper 50s, lower 60s, maybe some mid 60s. And then tomorrow, or Thursday night and Friday morning, mild lows, 30s and lower 40s, jumping into outside of today, this will be the warmest day ahead. Highs will be back up into the 60s. I wouldn't rule out 70 in a few spots here to the southeast. So we're looking pretty good. But again, watch that fire threat on Friday with those breezy winds. Let's check out that extended forecast as the mild weather continues, although again, slight cool down tomorrow. Small chance of rain this evening, otherwise not much in the forecast until maybe coming out of the weekend here. Now the weekend does trend a little cooler. We're going to see a shot of some cold air move over the Great Lakes region, and we'll get a little bit of the edge of that. So we're going to be cooler, but still highs in the 50s, a little bit above average for the first weekend of March. And then as we look into next week, forecast models are split on whether or not we may be impacted by moisture Sunday night into Monday. Maybe better chances to come by the middle of next week, which may also include some cooler weather returning as well. It looks like towards the 4th, 5th, and 6th of the month, temperatures do come back to near and maybe even slightly below average for this time of the year. North Platte forecast here, very warm today. Small chance of sprinkles or light rain late this afternoon, early this evening. Cooler, breezy on Wednesday, and then temperatures coming back up Thursday, Friday. A little bit of a cool down over the weekend. We'll watch, same as the Tri-Cities, that chance of moisture Sunday night into Monday. Still a little bit uncertain. We'll see how things play out in the long run. It does look like we will trend a little chillier as we get into the middle of next week here, and there could be more moisture chances, both rain and snow possibly in the forecast. It doesn't look like we'll see brutally cold air, but it will be a return to more typical weather for late February and early March. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will be gone for the next several days. Luke will be filling in for me. So if you want to watch the weather, watch him or David in the evenings. Otherwise, I'll be back with you next Monday as we jump into the month of March. Until then, take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care and God bless. Bye.